Can you hear me? Oh, we gotta put the audio. Now they tripping with us. You can hear me now? Hold on now. All right, how about now? Talk to me. Yeah. Okay. Try to get but why? So we're gonna have to readjust. You gonna have done another, or you gonna go another? Because I don't like that echo. I know. I thought I had that. We're gonna make some adjustments in here real quick. I thought I had it stick to where we could hear it, but give us a quick second. Enjoy the music. Thank y'all for tapping in again. Welcome to Real Blunt. Let watch you get situated real quick, and then we'll go tap in and we can get this rock. Be right back. Even though I didn't have much, it was really out of love. It came from the heart. Most people see the love, tear it apart. Play my part, whatever my position on the solo mission, chasing the bag, and I'ma get it, nigga. Lost love for niggas, but fuck them anyway. Never ran, never snitched, never crossed game. Never changed, never switched. I'm the same me. Trying to hit a level most haters can't even reach. Boss lane, can't catch me. I'm always in a black J's on a gas black hoodie with the denim, nigga. So you hear from me, I'm going all in. 24/7 can't stop. I'm balling on me.
You must have basic principles, the determination to achieve excellence. Promoted by signs that you win or you fear, be the best of the free.
I ain't quit. Self-motivated, I follow my own script. Now the path that I get, got me live right. Tell me I'm amazing, tell me that I'm the shit. Give me inspiration, motivate me to win. Know I'm dedicated, know that I'm all in. If they hating and they mad, that's the path got me live right. Know that I'm amazing, can tell me I ain't shit. All right. Can you hear me? Talk to me. Can you hear me? Give me inspiration, motivate. How I sound now? Can you hear me, Cash? Can you hear me, T? Hello, my people. We in the building, bitch.
Hey.
Right on. Yeah, I know. See, I know how to get it when it's just me in the room, but with her in the room, I'm still trying to work that out. I thought I fixed it, but I think I'm gonna need another pad. But we in a building. Let's go. Hey, welcome to Real Blunt, the show where we keep it real, we keep it blunt, we keep it black love and unity in this bitch. You know what? 50 Capone in the building.
J Poo, good morning.
She's sipping and drinking. Hey, yeah, we got our Irish coffee this morning. I got my Irish coffee anyway.
I have coffee and water.
I hope everybody's doing great today. Thank everybody for tapping in. I appreciate y'all bearing with us while we get our bearings right this morning. It's this wet day today. Let us know what y'all got going on.
Got questioned the last time about why we wasn't in the same room. Y'all just got a nice showing of why we wasn't in the same room.
That's why we weren't in the same room, because of that freaking echo. I thought if I had the mics facing a little different way and I turned down the record, it'll work, but it didn't work. So Okay. Hey, Ari, baby. Talisha said, Ari said to tell y'all.
Oh,
She said,
hey,
hi. Hey, little baby. I miss you, princess. I got my son banging at the door, tripping right now. Like, did y'all hear that? Oh my
he
God,
really
he's so
don't like that I'm in
aggressive.
his room right now. He hella
Right.
mad that I'm in his room right now. I was like, bro,
Give me a second real quick to go handle this
Amy,
young man.
because he is really mad right now. I know it's not my room. Calm down. What's going on with y'all this morning, though? How's your weekend starting? We can only use one mic. Okay, Q. But we're gonna have to play with it again some more because we got it to where it had no echo. We really did. It had no echo. And then as soon as we started the live, here came the echo. Like, okay. So we're gonna have to play with it some more, obviously. But y'all let us know how we sound and what's up. Kind of threw me off though, because I was not ready to be in any other room. So I probably should have better planned in case it didn't. I sure wasn't ready to switch rooms.
I know that we were not ready for that quick switch, but we good though. Making breakfast, that sound good, T. You be over there whipping. I swear, I'm gonna have to come out there, and we gonna have to come out there and eat. He said, no, you can only use one mic. Actually, you can use two or more. I figured out, but I thought I did it right. But I got to go back and watch the YouTube tutorial. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know too, bro. You know, we put each other on and share this game. But again, thank you to everybody tapping out. Had to go handle the minions real quick, the babies. You know, yeah, we gonna definitely come out, T. I promise. But today,
I haven't been out.
Go ahead, Beck.
I hadn't been out there yet, so I'm definitely trying to go.
Hey, Michelle, welcome. Thank you for tapping in with us. Yeah, the tech difficulties be real. The tech difficulties be real.
It's okay.
But today we wanted to talk about rebuilding the Black family. You understand? And what it takes to do that, and how we can do that, and if it's a reality. Is it a reality? You know? If y'all want to jump on a live, shoot us an email with realblackloveandunity@gmail.com so I can shoot you the link. You can jump on a live with us. This is supposed to be we want this to be a community thing where everybody's voices are heard, not just ours. And we don't want to just have to read y'all comments either, but we will read them because we appreciate y'all tapping in. So let's get the damn thing done. Hey, tag me at 50. Michelle said, "What's up?" So rebuilding the Black family, like, I think it's so important. It's so important. I don't think people understand the seriousness of it. Like, I love my family. I love my Black family. I love my wife, my children. I love my previous baby mothers, you know, the women I was with my previous children. Thank them for giving me children, more, big babies. I love my family. I love having kids. And I've always tried to be the father that's there for my children, like 24/7, regardless of what's happening. And I was blessed to find my wife who wanted to build a family dynamic like myself. I think it takes each of us individually to want that design in our life for our family dynamic to have the togetherness so the kids aren't growing up in split homes. I personally have children growing up in split homes. My wife and our children are all in the same home. And I personally see the difference that it makes. I see how the relationship is with the children that I have that are, in the split homes. And I see how the relationship is with the children that are in home with me with the same woman. It makes a big difference. When we're younger, we're not taught this. When we're younger, we don't understand these things. When we're younger, we're not really thinking on that level. And I think it's up to us as grown-ups. Go ahead,
Beth. We don't have examples as well. So if we're also not taught, plus we don't have any other outside examples, we just feel like that shit's normal.
Exactly.
Everything is in broken homes and split parents. So parents supposed to be over here, the other one's over here. So if that's what we know as the norm, we don't really care to go out of the norm. And that's the
Right.
part where you have to care for sure.
Right. It sucks because our children, black children, grow up in the most broken home. Like we have the highest percentage of broken homes, you know.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who grew up in broken homes. I know a lot of family members. That was like our personal dynamic in our family was broken homes. I know a couple family members that actually grew up in the same home with their same siblings from the same parents, and the relationship between them siblings, the dynamic between that family, like it's all different. You could tell. Not saying that families that are together, you know, husband and wife and the same kids and all, you know, all from the same are stronger, because some of those be messed up and dysfunctional. But it sucks because a lot of our children don't get that opportunity to grow up with both parents. A lot of children, a lot of me personally, I didn't grow up with a dad. I grew up with stepdads. I grew up with the fathers of my sisters. My father was too busy indulging himself in the street drugs to give a fuck. So, you know, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, same. Totally.
I get it. My wife was the same. So, you know, I get it.
It was funny because you're starting back in school, and the thing you're listening to the other day, the woman said how children learn from within the womb, and I feel like I knew that better so in my second pregnancy. I didn't know too much in my first pregnancy, you know, but second go around, I got to see how much they learn within the womb, and that comes from the parents. The parents have to know, I plan to make a family dynamic. And if you don't plan to make a family dynamic, it's so funny, T, you were saying the other day, like if you just don't be having sex with that person, and you should not be laying with someone that you have no intentions on ever having a children with. Though that may not be the intent every single time, that needs to be a thought in your brain. Do I see this person having anything within them that could teach my child anything good?
The potential of that mate.
The potential of the mate and the parental within them. We have parental instincts within us, all of us, and some people don't. So you have to pay attention to the ones that don't and don't have children with them types like you. And if you're not aware of that, especially once you start to get out there and start having sex, you're gonna choose wrong because you're not really thinking about it, you know. And it's like, really, we got to get these kids, the newer kids, right? Like for us, we have our kids in home. Our kids need to know that if you plan to lay with someone, you better plan some type of life together in some way, shape, or form, because this is a possibility of that. And they need to know that. It would help them think better and choose better as far as mates, because they say, wait, is this person going to be a good parent? Fuck if they're a good partner. No offense, like they could be a good partner all they fucking want to. Are they going to be a good parent? Because once you lay down and have sex, that's a possibility. And that's where everybody needs to think. Start thinking.
But that's where everybody they don't get into that thought process because they're so caught up in the emotion of sex.
Feelings. Ooh, or that motherfucker look good. Look, whoever it is, that nigga, that whoever. Damn, they look good. Now you're all in your feelings. Okay, well, do they do good as far as like anything parental wise? How about partner wise? Do they do anything good partner wise? Because you're just saying they look good. Now you want to fuck. Whoa. Can y'all calm down? This animalistic behavior that people have become accustomed to is honestly kind of irritating because we all have it. You just have to know what to do with it. And that's the hardest part. We're not taught that.
Hey, you guys, let me know how you guys, how my wife sound, how Jamie sound. Can you guys hear her clearly? Do we need to make some adjustments? Do I need to turn her mic up? Let me know. I want to make sure she's being heard. I can hear her. I want to make sure you guys can. Talisha says, yes, they do learn within the womb. It's very spiritual with making a person. Come on. I'm trying to say. Michelle says, yeah, it was always obvious to me. It was just subject that everyone acted like it did not make a difference. I'm the oldest of 7 with 4 different fathers.
Okay.
It's not okay.
Oh yeah, so you knew early.
No, she sounds good. Okay, good. Thank you, T. Trauma can start in the womb too, just like peace can start in the womb. Absolutely. And yes, Quincy, it do start at home. It always starts at home. And this is what today is about. Like, we have to rebuild the home structure of the Black families as a whole. I'm glad to see. Yeah, you know, me and my wife are but one example. Talisha and Quincy, you're an example. My cousin Jamal and his wife Tracy, they're an example. My sister and her husband. There's a lot of examples that I can name, but I can name even more that aren't. You know what I'm saying? As many examples as I do see, I know more examples of the broken situation that my generation is responsible for today. You know, we've seen it in the past with our elders. Now in our generation, the people in our peer group, I see following that same trend more than actually getting married to the people they're having babies with and yada, yada, yada. Only way we can correct it is by doing what we're doing. Yep, you're absolutely right. Talisha says, in order to build anything, you have to be intentional. You see the all caps.
But that's what I'm saying.
Intentional about what you want to be in any life dynamic.
I swear to God, ain't nobody intentional, and that's because that's how you know there's no thought and it's all feelings. There's no logic. There's only emotion. So if you only utilize emotion when you're making these lifelong decisions, you gonna have a hard fucking time. We need logic as well as emotion, and people are way too emotional, and it's kind of crazy. We need more logic, which means we need more men in the house, because the men bring the logic, the woman brings the emotion. If everyone's being raised by only motherfucking women, hello, we're gonna be emotional.
Come on, you heard it. You heard it.
We need that because mom gonna be the storm. We know. Look, I'm the mama, right? Mom gonna be the storm. So where's the calm too? Because we need that as well as the emotional. We need
Michelle
a good portion of them both.
She said, "It is, Jamie. I hate that crap. You look sexy. You look blah blah blah. Calm down, dude. What else can we talk about besides sex?"
So now that you find me attractive, okay? What's after that, sir?
Right.
Because I don't understand how you feel like sex is supposed to be the end goal, end all be all, when there is so much more to life. And if you ain't got goals beside yourself, this over here, this sexiness and this whatever you feel like is the prize, you can't have it. Right. I'm gonna be put away because you're not even a thinker. What are you supposed to do with hey sexy? What are you doing all day? What are you doing? A lot actually. I'm really doing a lot. So what are you doing all the time is gonna get frustrating to any fucking woman. And if that's all you have to offer, no, it's not gonna.
Michelle said, "Preach, Jamie." Quincy said, "We need both." Yes, look, but okay. So the sex is not the whole. Look, the sex is great. That's what builds the family. It's the non-thought. It's the lack of thought and a lack of prep going into like, okay, if you know you just this whether you the female or the male and you fucking with whoever you fucking with and they just to jump off to you, you gotta make sure that you know ain't go nothing else jump off after that. You gotta make sure ain't no babies gonna pop off after that. Okay, it's okay to be lit.
Make sure.
Yeah, make sure. It's okay to be lit. It's okay to get fucked up. It's okay that sex that be happening and that drunk sex. that should be good. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. But at the same time, you gotta make sure that you ain't just having drunk sex with any and everybody. You gotta make sure that you're trying to you being conscious in some kind of way about what you actually doing with your body and who you doing it with. A lot of people be so into they emotions and that physical feeling. When they intoxicated, they can't even think straight, nigga. They end up with a baby by a motherfucker they had zero.
absolutely. I'm talking negative intention of having a baby with.
Yeah. Seen it.
Your camera froze. Oh, there it go. It came back. Michelle said facts. Talisha said it's not taught to our young men how to approach women or have meaningful conversations. No. And even our women, a lot of women are asking about just the money, how he can provide. No fucking lie, dude. Real shit.
But that still goes back to only being raised with the mama.
Right.
Those are things that those children have to pay attention to. They have to.
Right.
So I'm they didn't have the whole other. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just if they didn't have the whole other aspect of the father to assist with that logic, then it makes it hard for the children to understand the real things that they need out of life. They're only going to look at the very surface things because we was already lacking. So once we got to adulthood, nigga, we lacking anyway. So we looking for the things to fill in the shit we was lacking, flat out.
Right. No,
and some of us don't even know it. We don't even know that shit. We just doing it. We didn't even know we was lacking, and we looking and lacking, and we don't even know. Okay, so we need to figure that shit out. Figure out you. This is what I be telling the kids before you start having sex. Figure out you, what you really want, what you really like, what you want out of life. But do you even want kids, nigga? Right? Figure that type of stuff out before the act ever happens. Because once that act happens, you're going to like sex. Everyone likes it.
Everyone likes sex.
Everyone likes.
I was just going to say, for everybody viewing, attribute her glitching and whatever to the weather right now. It is raining and buffed up out here.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, Talisha said, other cultures make a point to teach their kids how to court/mate and what to look for all the way into what type of families the women they're about to be with. No lie, like they damn near do some private eye work, like, but you got to teach your kids this because again, Michelle says both of you guys are freezing a little bit, but the recovery is pretty quick. It's cool though. I can still hear both fine. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting us know.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that. All the feedback is great. That way we know what's going on. You know, we can't see from the other end.
We definitely know how to address it. Yeah. We're working on getting another device to mess with because this ain't working.
We'll have some more devices. That way we can actually get the stream better and hopefully the weather will not affect so much. But I know it's raining out here and it's not sunny and it's gloomy as hell, but it's okay. Kids is going crazy out there. Okay, give me a minute, son. But when we raise our children, if we don't tell them, hey, look, like Talisha was saying about other cultures, they actually they're to a point where they are almost involved in a relationship, but without being so involved in a relationship. They're not going to let their offspring make the wrong decisions and just go out there and fuck shit up. Now, I will say this, because of Western civilization and its influence throughout the world, more and more people are affected in a way that they don't want to be, you know. It's more like everybody's, oh yeah, most definitely connected to the Wi-Fi. But like I said, it's raining out here, and when it does that, it fucks with the Wi-Fi. It's coming down pretty bad. But when you interfere and you actually teach your kids, hey, look, you don't want this type of woman. I remember having conversations with my sons like, hey, man, look, you don't want a woman like X, Y, and Z. You don't want a woman like X, Y, and that. Like, look at the mama, look at the family. Where's the daddy at? What the daddy do? Or is it a split household? Like, look at these things because it's going to give you a good indication to the mate you're going to have. Again, growing up, me personally, I wasn't taught this shit. So I actually went with the old mantra of, I just want my kids, so fuck them and feed them and leave them and get my babies. And I had to mature out of that mentality because I realized, I luckily realized that this is bigger and more, it's a lot more going on here than us just having babies. It's more than to legacy building. than just having babies. You have to, in order to build legacy, in order to build generational wealth, in order to build generation, you have to have people that are of like mind, a wife, a husband, spouses, and they have to teach and raise the children of that like mind and of that awareness that this is what you're going into this for, and this is what you look for, this is what you look out for. And hopefully these are the type of individuals that you attract to. Hopefully these are the individuals that you attract, you know, like you guys, you're not fucking with the poop butts. Stop having babies by poop butts. I'm just saying, man, maybe it's the Irish coffee. I don't know. You guys let me know what y'all think. Yeah. But at the end of the day, again, like Quincy said, it does start at home. It starts with us. I didn't see it growing up. None of my partners had their daddy around growing up. None of it. None of us. There was like maybe one or two, I would say, that I could actually think about. There was like one or two growing up. Yeah. Creating is a lifelong commitment, period. No excuses, says Michelle Dye. Absolutely.
Yeah. But that's the other thing about the non-thinkers. They don't consider that aspect. So they just do stuff, then they have results, unplanned pregnancies. That's how many unplanned pregnancies I feel like happen, because you're in the moment, quote unquote, in the moment, or not in the moment, how you mentioned drunk sex, right? So you're there, but you're not. So like, no matter what situation it is for you, if you come up with this result, now we have to deal with it. I feel like you're supposed to know these types of things beforehand. Mm-hmm. That's how I know I'm a thinker, because I had to prepare myself, better than anybody else, being my partner. I had to prepare, like, whoa, babies, look, you had them, I was giving babies, right? Boom, there was my babies. People kept saying babies, well, when you gonna have babies? I'm like, but I got them. What are you talking about? There's them. What are you talking about? I'm chilling. We chilling, we learning, we growing, and when I say chilling, I felt like we were chilling as far as like getting us together. Because when you're doing any type of blended family situation, you have to get that foundation stable. And that's another thing that people don't be trying to do. Oh, well, them kids tripping, and that other parent, this, that, and the other, and they cannot stay focused in their lane as that, or even their title, right, as the another parent. If you put on a bonus parent, that means I am a parent without being a motherfucking parent. That means that I take on certain responsibilities. That means that certain things, I am that motherfucker. I'm that motherfucker. So if that's how you feel like you are, you have to be in your motherfucking lane. And that was something we talked about the other day too. Comparison is something that people be comparing, right? Right. Compare instead of fucking collaborate. So now we're doing some other shit that still don't make sense. Everything goes against nigga togetherness. That's to me. Why are we so hell bent on being apart? So then, but
it's to the point where, I don't need no bitch. I don't need no man. Fuck that nigga.
I was gonna say, and this felt so. Thank you for filling it in, because that's where I was going with it. Because how can you say fuck this wife, but you got I'm confused, because clearly you was fucking them, so that's why you say fuck them. Because I'm so lost.
Hey, no shit. Quincy said, right. So imagine the leg up our sons will have from having a father in the home. No shit, bro. Look, I'm so proud right now. I'm so proud of my son right now, bro. Like, my son Amir is in college I went to college, but my son is at Chico State, right? Like, he at Chico, you know.
That nigga at college.
He's in college. He's taking his finals right now, and he's about to finish his first year, his freshman year of college. My other son, Akil, although we at odds right now, he tried to buck his little chest up, you know, but he about to go to San Francisco. As long as he keep doing what the fuck he need to do, he about to go to San Francisco State. And it almost brings me to tears. I'm not gonna lie, to know that my son are actually off to college. You know, they go and they doing what they supposed to be doing. Now, I don't want it, I want that for my daughters as well. But you know, people got to make up their own mind, and I don't force my kids to do anything. And you know, it's like I'm guiding you. So hopefully you take this guidance and understand that I'm trying to lead you the right way. And if you go this way, you're going to be more successful than your dad was. And
Right.
if you appreciate what your dad did, imagine what you're going to do for your children if you follow this pattern. You know, it's not about you outshining me. The generations are supposed to get stronger, better, smarter. So it's only
Yep.
natural in my mind that my children do better than I did. You know, I want them all to be
Right.
more successful than me. That means my generations are going to be super strong, successful. You understand? Like
That
they're
would
not going to
be
be
that you
mediocre.
laid a foundation. Because you know how I be
Exactly.
looking at everything like a process, right? If you
Hmm.
lay down this foundation, now these niggas can start building their house, right?
Right.
Because they're the next generation with the new knowledge, and he's out there gaining even more fucking knowledge. He's coming
Exactly.
back. He's supposed to lay the foundation. His sons are supposed to build the house, and now their children are now supposed to be the ones living in that motherfucker. That's how
Right.
everything is
And
supposed to
building
be done, and we don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
dynamic.
We don't
We don't
have
have
that
that structure.
village. We don't have that togetherness. We don't have that mentality of nigga, let's get it, let's get together, let's put our fronts together and make this shit go.
Come on. Keep busting that
Make this shit go.
Keep busting at him. Look,
Why
Michelle
we
said,
ain't doing it?
Michelle didn't say call.
Oh, she didn't say cough? Oh, I thought
No.
you did, Michelle. The way he said, Michelle said.
Michelle said, no. Michelle said, and I notice a lot of older parents give up. They feel like if they messed up with their child when they were young, that they can't recover. They have a hard time forgiving themselves for past mistakes. But I think a child that has been hurt by their mother or father is open to forgive and moves better. People need to encourage to fix it. Like, no shit. Like,
Yeah, I definitely am one to talk about. Or are we gonna talk this shit through and move on? Because people don't
yeah,
want to do that, and that is why that happens right there.
you
People
know, that was
cannot
going
discuss it openly.
to make me that had brought back up a note I was gonna hit earlier, but people don't take this shit too serious. The world, the media, and everything out there has everything so the image of everything is so lackadaisy, so unimportant. The only thing important is you getting money. That's what the image is out there, you know. You getting money, you getting money, you getting money. To the point where and quick side note, the black man's been so far removed from homes for so long that his only mentality is quick money street, hustle, quick, bam, bam, get it, go, cool. You know, that he's become a mover, mover. But he ain't moving for his family. He's moving for his own personal greed because he's been denied so much for so long. Now, once we remove that element from the young, we have to, okay, so me and my wife, we don't allow our children to be on their tablets too long and be watching this, that, or the third. We have to limit what our
weekend only right now.
yeah, weekends only. We have to shape, fashion, and form our children, allow the things we want to influence them and deny the things that we don't want to influence them, the bad influences.
Yeah.
And
I talk about it though.
Yeah.
Not
and
even
actually
just say
talk
no.
about it.
Like,
so we need to have these hard conversations. You know what I'm saying? If we can't have these hard conversations, the ones that make you uncomfortable, the ones that make your teeth cringe and make you sit on the back of the chair, like damn. If you can't have them conversations,
woke at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, going, damn.
Right.
Damn.
You got to have them fucking conversations. Talisha says people get upset when they don't get their way and will rather leave the relationship than to make it work because it is work, nigga. I'm proud of him. Chico. Yes, definitely proud of him. You def have to regulate their influence. No lie. Like, that was all Talisha. I read quick sometimes. But yes, we have to regulate their influences. We have to make sure we're monitoring when we do allow them to have that free roam with their intaking. We have to teach our children, yo, this is how we want you to behave. You know, one, we got to set the example. If we're not doing it, our children aren't going to do it. My wife and I, we had a conversation a long time ago before we got married. She would not get pregnant before we decided that we were going to actually build a life together. She did great as a stepmom to the children that I previously had, because I do have two previous baby moms. So they, shout outs to them. I appreciate them for my babies, but my wife did great in helping. If you know me, you know I took my kids and I raised them my damn self. So my wife actually came in and helped me along that way while I was being that single father. So she did great. You know, before we even had our own children, she was helping me to raise my youngins, you know, when it was at that time. But she understood where I was at in life. I understood where she was. We came to an agreement. We decided that we were the best people for each other and that we would help each other build each other's dreams and this legacy as one. We had them hard conversations. We had them long late night fuck yous and you asshole, and we went through all of it. We still have little certain pits, you know, to have like. Thank you, Talisha.
I feel like that
she
just
says, I already know that's dope.
It goes into the not having real examples too. So we just been learning along this motherfucking journey, because life is a journey. Then once you start to have a relationship, that's another journey. Once you start to have kids, that's another journey. So we all on all these journeys in our life, and we have to know how to I don't intertwine. How do we best intertwine our journeys without losing ourselves, especially as women, because we can be so emotional, right? So like, how do we do all of this intertwining? And I hear women, because we can be a little crazy when it comes to our partner. We want to do this and that, this and do that, and you have to take care of you. And that's where I see the demise of a lot of relationships too, because we're also not taught this self-love shit. Everything goes hand in hand when it comes to building our fucking life. Being Black in America, there's a lot of things that we need to motherfucking know from birth. And if we haven't heard it and it wasn't verbal to us, we are looking for it. Flat out. So we're fucking looking for it. We have to figure out those things, make sure we get it, give it to ourselves, and then also give it to our children, so that they can have a leg up once they go out in this fucking world. This shit, when it comes to building a fucking life, how do you not feel secure in your fucking self? And then you go out here, you start having kids. Nigga, you don't feel secure in your relationship. Why do you think that is? You don't feel secure in yourself. Now you start having kids. Now you really over it, the whole relationship, right? That's how a lot of people be done with relationships once they start having kids, because they, like
Tanisha said, people get upset when they don't get their way, and they rather lead a relationship than make it work because it's work.
Because think about it. Think about it in a kid fashion. When the kid doesn't get their way, they throw a motherfucking fit. These being kids that never got what they felt like they needed, what we feel like we need, right? Because we already going through the world lacking and looking. So if we lacking and looking, we ain't fucking finding. We throw our fit, boop, 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 and I'm leaving. Fuck it. Remember I said, like, fuck it. And so if you're quick to do that, that has to be a thing that you have to recognize within yourself. You could be the demise of every fucking thing in your goddamn life, and you just never chose to look at you. You've been saying it was them and it was him and it was her and it was them and it was them. No, I need people to pay attention.
I'm saying nobody ever look at themselves.
Life. What do you do in your life? How are your decisions? Matter of fact, before you start to get to your decisions, how is your thought process? Nigga, do you ever think about how you think?
Right. Come on.
Hello.
Oh,
Nope.
no
Okay.
lie. If people don't take the time to actually know that they have, this is your life. You know what I'm saying? You have to put some fucking thought into this shit. Think about where you want to be. Because if you don't want to, if you don't consciously think about it, your ass gonna be just anywhere in the fuck, wherever the fuck you end up. And you probably gonna be a needy motherfucker. Like real needy, real, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
No, because
I
that's
don't know.
always for the outside people for validation for the things that you really need. When at some point you have to figure out, then people can't even feel the shit you need if you don't know what you need, nigga. Stop. Like
Right.
basically stop. And then
Michelle
look
said,
around.
she said, yes, what we model is most important and what we choose to restrict with the kids is second. But it seems deeper because our kids are so in tune to how we react to situations despite the gains in their parents' life. We as parents need to be aware of our reactions. Yes, reactions, actions, all of that. I've been trying to be more aware of mine because I'm real super reactive and I get angry real quick. My first reaction is to like I'm going off. Like if I'm don't like the situation, I'm shutting everything down. You know, but I realize that through my wife because she talks and she analyzes and all the whole shit. You know that they mimic. You know, your children are going to mimic you, and I love the aggression that much.
Just like they daddy.
My children are just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're aggressive, and I fucking love it. I love it. Like we fight. They come in. We actually fight. Like and I slap them around and all the whole shit, and they love it. But I love it too. But my wife don't want. She's not that person. They can't fight with her and go play with her like that. They can't do that with her. But they get it from dad. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. They get it honestly. So I don't knock it. I just try to make sure I'm more aware of how I react, how I act, how I display. You know what I'm saying? Talisha says, when a woman becomes a wife and a mother, we have to figure out how to thrive in our new roles and maintain our own goals. She also said, yes, women are taught to take care of everyone else in their family and ignore ourselves. Like, I don't like that shit.
It's exhausting, and we can try to lessen it, right? But that's all we do is we lessen it. It still fucking happens. Like that's another just learned behavior. I feel like because the things that we saw, so we just mimic. We kids.
Real quick, shout out to everybody in here. Do me a favor, hit them likes and loves and share this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody tapping in. Michelle said, okay, JB, girl, where you from? You know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Girl, it's crazy. I'm actually born and raised in Stockton, like, and that it be blowing people's minds that
Jim,
born and raised in Stockton.
Rare Jim. Jim, no, she's a rare find. I swear. I was like, when I found her, I was going through some turmoil, boy. And
I mean,
and boop, God inserted an angel. He said, boop. There you go. I look at life like a chessboard. He just gave you my queen on the chessboard. I was like, yes. Oh, thank you. I had to work. I ain't gonna lie, I had to work for this. I saw that I had to put the work in, but when I knew, when I realized what it was, when I realized who she was, what'd you say, babe?
You thought I was gonna be a baby mama. I don't even. No, buddy.
No, and I'm glad she had the mindset that she had because she allowed us to become a one mind and build the dynamic of what we're discussing and rebuilding the Black family.
Family dynamic. And how do you rebuild something you've never seen? That means we're gonna have to talk about some stuff, lay our stuff out on the table. What are your goals? What are my goals? How can we actually have obtainable goals? Because some people just say shit, right?
They don't even.
How you that? You know what I'm saying? Where's the process? Where the steps to this motherfucker? Because I had like it was crazy. I felt like, as you're saying, just at the timing and everything, right, of our meeting, everything was crazy. It was crazy for both sides, and it was just like, wow, I don't feel like I could not utilize this opportunity that is in front of my fucking face, right? Because the as far as the mindset, everything surrounded me at that point in time didn't make sense to me as far as like how people was having kids, right? Because I was like, how are you having kids and you don't even like this motherfucker like that? And it be happening, and I see it happen real fast in a relationship. And you know how it is once pregnant, right? We're super irritable, all these emotions just running high, all these hormones going crazy, right? So like that's how you really know if you love a motherfucker, because you're not gonna like them at that time. You're just not gonna like them, right? So if I don't like you, do I actually love you? And that's where I watch a lot of people, they don't love them. They might have liked them a little bit, enough, but it wasn't real love to where it was gonna stand the test of time. And some people think that marriage has to, the true test. And some people think marriage has to, again, be an end all goal. And I don't feel like marriage is for everybody, right? So like definitely think about it and talk about it if you do have a partner. But if marriage is not a thing for you, that's another thing you have to make sure that person knows.
Right.
Because if y'all going into this and y'all again just having sex, then it's not going to be helpful for anything long term. And if that's what you're doing, I feel like you need to be more prepared as far as like how do we prevent this if that's not the goal at all?
Right. If that's not the goal,
like whether it be a long-term relationship or anything in to as far as like babies, like we don't want no intertwine, because I did not care to intertwine my life with fucking nobodies, and you know that shit, because it took me a minute to full blown intertwine. Whoa, look, that's a lot. Like, you had dogs and shit. I said, this is a lot. I knew that I didn't want animals with nobody, because people be going crazy when they have a partner and they have like things together. I was like,
this nigga got 5 dogs right now.
I need a breather.
She got 5 dogs right now. This is the one who didn't want nothing. She, people, we all have experiences growing up in our youth, adolescence, that help us shape the wants and needs and desires and the things that we say we don't want as adults. We start to form the picture of what we want in life. And that has a lot to do with what we see when we're younger, what we're exposed to, what our experiences are. My wife didn't want a lot of shit that she has now. My wife grew to want these things, I believe, because I displayed the ability to provide these certain things in life. Being a spouse, a provider, a protector, father, lover, friend, like I displayed these things to her, and we nurtured and worked on these aspects of our relationship and did it consciously. She forced me into talking because I didn't want to talk.
Kind of had to. I was trying not to go there. Y'all had to. He had to.
This is real blood. Fuck that. We go there.
Motherfucker. I was just trying to let you talk, though. I wasn't trying to like
shit. No, you good.
Because when I say digga, I think I posted it on the page the other day. Something about making things requirements instead of expectations. Expectations are things that are not spoken on. Right. I have requirements. Back. Here are my requirements. Can you meet my motherfucking demands? If not, then you are not. Remember, was it a seer the other day says you fired?
My 3-year-old coach says you're fired. Like, wait, who the fuck?
You just say you're fired to somebody and you're fucking 3, right? But like dead ass, you have to hire and fire at your motherfucking will, because your life is you. It's you. You are the owner, right?
You better hire and fire the motherfuckers.
I swear to motherfucking God, do you meet these goddamn requirements? Are you qualified?
Are you qualified? Are you fucking qualified? Is that individual qualified
for this title that I care to give you?
Yeah,
if
like
you don't care, if you don't care like I care, you cannot have. Because I give, I actually give, and I know I give. So if you cannot really truly receive and know how to reciprocate, I don't care for it.
In this
and that's
situation,
what everyone needs to understand.
Two givers found each other in our situation. We both, I give in a different way than she does, but if you know me, you know I give, and I give greatly. Like I give in almost excess. But this woman right here does the same. You understand? And to have somebody like that to give to me like I give, it's great, man. And she appreciates it. And she actually sees and does not abuse it. You know what I'm saying? I've had people abuse it, men and women, friends, you know, because we got friends that are in our circles and we got, you know, women that we end up loving as men, you know, but I've had partners abuse it that ain't partners no more. I've had women abuse it that ain't my woman no more, obviously. And, you know, although me and my wife on a journey into our polygyny situation, we don't just jump and fuck with any and everybody, you know. You actually gotta fit that bill. You gotta motherfucking make the mark, you gotta be them. You gotta be them. Like we them, you know, and we don't take nothing from each other. I know she her. I know she that motherfucker. And when you looking at your mate, you got to know that they that motherfucker. You got to have the confidence in them to say, hey, this motherfucker right here is that motherfucker that I could build this dynamic with. This is that motherfucker I can actually grow with. And you got to want to have that mentality. But if we don't display that and show that to our children and teach that to our children ain't going to have that mentality, because everything in the media today is fuck them. You don't need them. Women quick to go jump on welfare and kick the man out the motherfucking situation. Men quick to leave the situation and be like, I'm done with all of this, and not be there. Like, instead of working it out and getting out of that selfish mode. People be too selfish. You understand me? Like,
way too selfish for the family dynamic.
Right.
And that's another thing that goes into building the family dynamic. You cannot be selfish. You have to be selfless, because there's too many things that go into sacrifice. I feel like that was brought up the other day. If we cannot sacrifice to make sure that we're hitting these goals and hitting these marks that we set for ourselves, then we don't care. And it shows a level of care for certain people. If that is how you are, then when it comes to the family dynamic, you're not going to go too far.
I'll be right back. You got it, baby.
You're not going to go too far. So, like, how do we make sure that we're being selfless? Like, I think that's the thing that we got to learn how to talk about. Maybe you need to talk with the people around you, because it gets really serious, these comments. Hey, Michelle, you said I'm a rare gem for sure. I left Stockton because it was hard to find a mine from my people there. Talisha was my only release for real. Dang. Which is crazy, because I can't say Stockton is huge, but it's really a thing that the mines out here, the mines are freaking ridiculous. And I feel like I knew I wasn't going to connect to too many people. I actually met Mel. Going to the military is when I met Mel. So, like, it was a very interesting time in my life to leave here, get to experience something new minds, and still come back to see that not too many people are trying to grow. So I found somebody that I could grow with, but it just, when it comes to building something that you've never seen done, you have to know it takes time. It takes a lot of freaking time to build something you've never seen, never heard of. You don't really have advice. And so you start to, like, look, me, because I'm a thinker, I started to research, I started to look into different things that I felt like I knew that I needed for the longevity of us. How are we going to be able to survive long term? We don't fucking know what we're doing. Flat out. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So if I go into a job, right, where's the training? We get training. So at this point, I took this on as my job. I took my family on as my job. Babe, I don't know if you could tell why I work so hard, but this is my job. That means that I need to learn how to communicate. How do we do? Communicate with our employees to make sure that they have their best environments, that they have their best things to thrive in, so that they can become their best person, right? So instead of looking at it in the outside way where I need to leave and I need to go do over here at work, I said, this is my work over here. And every time I try to work, it don't really work out for me because it's taken away from my real fucking job. My job is to make sure that these niggas out here that come for me, nigga, they gonna know some different shit when they leave this house. When it's time for them to leave the nest, they're gonna understand themselves. They're gonna love themselves. They're gonna know how to maneuver as far as like real life situations. They're gonna know how, like, the things surrounding that, what to say, what to do, as far as like just themselves, because they're gonna be secure within themselves. They're gonna know logic a lot with that emotion. So I'm gonna feel something, right? Now, what do I do with them feelings that I'm feeling? They're gonna know I'm hell bent. They're gonna know these things. So when it comes to the results, right, of my business, my job, how can I make sure this is really the best at all times?
Now, she done had her own business and everything. She's had her own business to where she can work her own hours, and she still chooses to maintain to make sure the household is all the way, like the raising of the children. We homeschool our children. She comes up with her own recipes. She makes fresh ingredients like from scratch. She learns how. If she needs a piece of equipment, she says, "Hey, I need this," and I try to get it for her. My mom, shout out, she gave her a couple things she needed that really helped her, move a little bit quicker in processing food and new ingredients, fresh ingredients, and breaking down powder, flour, and all the whole. Like, she does a lot of fucking shit, and it's like, damn, I see how hard she go. So I try to make it to where she don't have to work. I've always tried to do that though. I don't want her to have to worry about paying bills and going to work or dealing with outside motherfuckers and then having to come home and deal with her family. You know what I'm saying? I'm the warrior. I'm the one supposed to be fighting all these motherfuckers and dealing with all of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand these dudes that want to sit up at home while they go to work all goddamn day and they don't do nothing. Like, I mean, I can understand. Like, I'm retired and I also own my own business, so I'll be at home a lot. I'm back at school. I help her how I can, but I take care of the house a lot, and I'm building other aspects of our family dynamic as well, just like she is. So we're very active about this whole life process. And it's just like, I see you, baby. I really do. And I appreciate you. I've always seen it and knew it was there. But as we give each other the time and space to grow, we grow stronger, and these traits become stronger. These parts of our that we see, because you have to see something in your mate. And if you don't see it and give them the time to grow to it, you're never going to see it come to fruition. You're never going to see it come out, manifest in your time. That's when they end up breaking up because they get frustrated. And then they want to go run over here because they think the grass is greener. And then they end up seeing their own spouse doing what they thought you know what I'm saying? They actually become that person, and they're like, "Oh, why you ain't do that with me?" And that's all I wanted. Well, maybe you didn't give them the space, the time, the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did the research, she did the homework. She brought it back to me like, "Hey, babe, look, this is what's up." I'm like, "Okay, I'm receptive. I'm understanding. I see it. I hear it. Okay, I got you. This is the way we moving. Let's move." Okay. We actually started going out on that goal, and I thank her and I appreciate her for always, man, like, she ain't that, she don't give up. You know what I'm saying? We have our fights, we have our arguments, but I think that's everybody. We just know that we don't get caught in those feelings.
Headstrong though. So when you have someone like, and it doesn't even matter if only one's headstrong, right? If both are headstrong, wrong, y'all gonna go. You have to butt heads. You have to butt heads. It's just gonna
You better
happen.
butt heads.
So he'll be like, look, he'll be like, you not listening. I'm over here like, you not listening. Look, so
And
we
then
just some
I'm like, okay, let me. All right, what you saying there? Oh, okay. That's
That
what
means we
I'm
both
saying.
can
The same
calm
thing,
down.
motherfucker.
Right. So if you just shut up and listen, right? But now we're like, well, if you just shut up and listen, okay then. Well,
Well, I
both of
love
us
you too,
clearly need to
motherfucker.
calm down. Yeah. Okay.
Roll a blunt,
Shit.
nigga.
Look.
Shut up and just roll a blunt. Yeah. Give me a kiss.
But that's still another thing with the high emotional, right? Sometimes you have to pay attention. It's just high emotions right now. So calm the fuck down. Calm down.
Roll a blunt, nigga.
Maybe it
Give
was
me a kiss. Okay.
Maybe it was your tone, right? That's a
Right.
good portion of it. Maybe it was your tone.
A lot of
like,
times it's the way I say shit, my tone. No lie. Real quick, Quincy said that's why it's important to be around like-minded couples. That's the real support system.
Yeah.
A lot of single people are on a different wave. No fucking lie, and I swear, bro, babe, this is a situation we become privy to just recently with a couple that we know. And I was telling my partner, I said, maybe it's the influence of the single people that that's around that's causing the problems in your relationship, because single people are on a different wavelength, and
yeah,
they're not gonna give you that marriage stay together advice. Single people gonna give you that single people advice. Like they're not gonna give you that married people advice.
They're gonna say a good portion of the time people say what they would do in that situation, and that's another thing about advice.
But they're not in that situation.
I don't care for unsolicited advice. Okay, so if you're not looking for advice, you need to pay attention who you care to vent to. Some people will listen. They will just, again, shut up and listen. Right? So some people will shut the fuck up and listen. They're really good at listening like that, and they really don't give advice. Those are the types of people that you need to fucking talk to. I think I mentioned that on another one too, about the outside person. Right? Sometimes you need an outside person that don't really know you enough to care to have a different type of opinion to give to you, because their advice would be different if they don't know you. Right? Mm-hmm. So maybe you need to go, if your problem is too fucking big for you and the people clearly around you ain't gonna help you as far as finding a good solution. Right? That's where I'm a self-isolator.
Yeah.
I go into hermit mode. And I will pull away from everything and everybody, because I need a second to connect with myself, so that myself can connect with the universe and get this goddamn solution that I'm searching for. Because these people out here don't live my life. They don't have the goals that I have. They're not on the path that I'm on. Right. So once you go to outside people that are on a whole different path than you, the things that they say to you will never connect and resonate to get you results that you fucking want.
Right.
And we got to learn these.
It's not going to happen.
If I want a black family dynamic, what you think you need someone who is for the black family dynamic.
You need to be looking for somebody for the black family dynamic. If you don't, it's a fucking problem.
It's bad. It's gonna
Michelle
be
says,
bad.
Our culture, there seemed to me to represent low expectations. Section 8 and food stamps was the plateau. My opinion, I felt so sad there and unmotivated, because like you, I'm a teacher by nature and I had no students. Oh, that hurt.
Right.
That's got to be kind of like a sting. That's like a stinger. Damn.
When I say I feel it, it's crazy, because you need students to be a teacher. You do.
You need students. Yeah.
And I was a student without teachers. So imagine that, to be a student without teachers. And I said, well, I guess I have to become the teacher. So then I became the teacher. And by that point, I had already been, thank you, universe, given 3 children. So I was given 3 students. So whether they choose to learn, that's on the student, right? But I did at that point was able to switch roles in that aspect, I guess. But I also made sure that the kids knew I'm learning right along with y'all. And when I come and spout new knowledge, it's because I learned it. So I'm not trying to be like, oh, she's a switch up queen. No, nigga, I'm starting out here, right? I'm aiming for here. And while I go here, I need y'all to know that you're gonna be learning with me. Because I cannot allow myself to be learning new knowledge and not motherfucking teaching it.
Exactly. Now, with the people, because again, I was a single parent for a minute, and shout out to all the single parents. You know, it's up to the single parent not to be a bitter single parent and teach the kids that, oh, fuck the relationships and this, that, and the third, and teach them, hey, you know what? In those moments, I think it's time to take responsibility of the single parent situation that you're in, and be honest with your kids, man. Don't sit there and get your ego out the way. Let's say that. Get your ego out the way and take that, your fuck up, your situation that you're in, and teach your kids, hey, look, this is how mama or daddy got in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So don't do these things that I did that led up to this situation. If you want better, this is how, you know what I'm saying? Give them that real life example, because if that transparency that you have with your children is going to resonate, and it's going to go a long way. I'm very transparent with my kids to the point where they know damn near every fucking thing. Like, I don't hide nothing from my kids, and I'm very fucking blunt and honest with them, like real blunt. Like, before we get to, like, we real blunt around here. We don't hold no punches, you know? Right. Quincy said, I don't go to a mechanic to fix plumbing issues. I'm just saying. Talisha said, or find an unbiased person, like to the situation earlier, you know, where the
you have to.
Yeah, you got to have somebody that's very unbiased in that situation, because if they don't want for you what you're striving for, they're never going to give you the knowledge, the information, the drive. They're never going to give you that what you're seeking. It's not going to happen. You know,
they wouldn't even be able to give you the knowledge that you need, because nigga, they don't know it. That's not something that they care for.
And even if they did know it, because that's not a want in their life, it's not going. That doesn't mean they're going to say, "Hey, this is how you go attain that." A lot of people try to influence you to their form of life. You know how they're moving. So don't think that everybody that's giving you information is giving you information for the best. You know what I mean? For your own good. It might be, hey, I don't want to see this person doing that, so I'm just going to give them this information. Michelle says, I think it's the maturity level of the person. I am single now, but been in a long relationship / marriage. I will never encourage the breakdown of the Black family. My love is ultimate. I love that, all caps, for the Black family. I'm a cheerleader for show. I love it. 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 Yeah.
Because there's really not many people like that. It's kind of crazy, but it's the thing. There's so many Black people, but we're not all rooting for Black love, and we should be.
Right.
So that's just another thing. If we don't have Black love, how can we be saying we want the Black family? You know what I'm saying? So pay attention.
Go ahead.
No, okay, look.
Oh, okay, look. Money. Okay, let's go back to ancient times right quick. Can y'all close your eyes and run with me real quick? Black men and Black women, they stuck together. They were king, they were queen, they were soulmates, they were partners in life, in the jungle, in hunt. He was strong. He was a bear. He was a lion. He was a gorilla. He was all of those things he needed to be in nature. There was none other that can stand up to this force of nature in nature. You understand? And we kept secure those things that we needed to keep secure: our families, our livelihoods, X, Y, and Z. Money was placed in the way of our way of being able to naturally provide for families and be that force of nature that we need to be in nature. And nature has been constructed down to society now. And in society, that individual who has the most money is the individual who is looked at as, I will guess, a better suitor, because the strongest survive. And now where the strongest users survive, now the richest strive. You know what I'm saying? And thrive. So where that it was replaced. You see what I'm saying? So now
Yeah.
black women, black men, they really don't look at that element like, hey, look, I'm still building the black family and working with this black, and they like, man, this motherfucker going to be able to help me live this life and take care of these bills and do X, Y, and Z and do this, that, and the third, and we're gonna be able to do this, and we're gonna be able to be this, and we're gonna be able to that. That's what they see. They don't see the fact that, oh, that's not a black queen or king. You know what I'm saying? They see when they
That's
look
still
at
not
each
even
other.
looking at their mind.
Right. When they look at each other, they look at it, they say, oh, that bitch and that nigga. Like,
Yeah.
that's where they at with it.
Because honestly, that's really where they're at with it. It is. Because if you're not looking at someone's mentality, like the things that they can produce from their mind,
Right.
nigga, what the fuck are you really doing? And that's just a whole nother thing about choosing. You said a suitor. That's a good word, choosing a suitor.
Right,
Because
right.
what the fuck? Are they even good at all? Or you just shining some money? Because if that's all you can do, I promise you, you can keep it pushing. Look, I
You
wasn't the
keep it
one. You can
pushing.
keep
A
pushing.
lot
I
of
don't
people
know.
want money and sex. They want money and sex, and that's not going. I mean, if y'all had a
Babe, tell me you
conversation,
didn't know what to do. You looked at me crazy. He was like,
look,
it doesn't matter. And I would just look at him like, it doesn't fucking matter. And I would get so mad because that's what you were so used to. You were so used to that mattering so much.
right?
However many different women, as I'm over
Excuse
here
me.
like, you got me fucked up. Like, we finna talk about this shit. He's
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? Look, this is
No, we
new.
talking.
What are you saying?
We talking. She wasn't giving no breaks. Look, my wife, I've exposed her to a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some things I did not. There were some negative situations. Some, okay, I ain't gonna
Any
lie.
nigga can have money.
Huh?
Any nigga can have money. So
Yeah. Cash Quincy said, honestly, a lot of women made money king, so men think that's all they need.
see?
Yeah, real deal.
But
But
Q,
look.
I know. You've said it so many times. I know that's you and him for sure. I know that's y'all perspective. You've said it. You know what I'm saying? So that
Right.
is was been pushed at the forefront. You said how they switched it, right? So
Right,
they
right.
switched it. They pushed that at the forefront now. This is the bitches that think like that are not family builders. I can tell you that much.
Hey, that's what I said. Hold on, money and sex is great, but it can't be the whole end all objective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing pushed out there. You already know. Like everybody, we all know. When we look at that was funny, my dude. When we look at this shit as in media, everything unless you say I don't want to see this and block that. When you block this and that, you know, from
Hey,
popping up
do you
on
know
your
what he
social
said?
media,
We did it, okay?
you know,
You gotta
that's
look
when you
outside
don't
of
see
that
certain
TV.
shit. But for the most part, what you see is sex and money, sex and money, sex and money. Fuck them, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Get this money. Let's have sex. Da 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 da. That's what you keep seeing. But it's like we know because we have a greater mind, and we got to teach our babies better. Like, hey, look, that ain't all it's about. Now get your money up, yeah. And if you're gonna have sex, have great sex. Duh. Okay, I'll get to that real quick, Michelle. So if you're gonna have sex, have great sex. But make sure that you're doing this with a conscious mind. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you wrap it up. Make sure that you, if you're spending money out there or you're making money out there, make sure that you're not just making it to go buy a new car. Make sure that you have, you know, you got an objective with it. Okay, I'm gonna go buy this piece of land, or I'm gonna invest into this business, or I'm gonna do something to make it generate excess. You know what I'm saying? We can't just keep spending money or not teaching our children how to spend money. You know what I'm saying? We got to teach them, hey, look, if you're going to make this much, also you got to teach them the value of that time, like time versus the income. You know what I'm saying? That got to equate right. It got to, if it ain't equating right, it's a problem. But these are things we got to teach our babies so that they know when they out there doing these things, that's not the end all be all. That's not the whole wrap up of life. You know what I'm saying? Love and understanding is a must-have, definitely. So Michelle says, so I ask you men, what are the must-haves? Uh, Must-haves in a woman for me is a conscious mind, a spiritual heart, and being builder's mind. Goal. You got to be a goal setter. You got to be a goal setter. You got to be goal oriented, and you have to have foresight. I need somebody that can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years down the line. I don't need somebody that's looking at the next 2, 3 months. I need somebody that can be aware of the next 2 or 3 months and know that we've already got it taken care of and we're going to be okay. But we're looking at we're looking at a 5 year projection here, and then that's leading into the 7 year projection. That's leading into the 10 year, and maybe at the 7 year mark we'll come back and revise some shit and add on to the plan because we've already hit certain milestones. I need goal setter, like real deal. I need a not just a dreamer, but a builder. I need somebody that can actually. My wife, that's what I needed. You know what I'm saying? She's fucking awesome. Like she does it all. She's innovative. She's creative. Like she does a lot. And bigger than that, she brings shit to fruition. You know what I'm saying? Not just through prayer, but through her actual actions and work. We both do. It's great. You know what I mean? Quincy said, in a world that is completely against black men, we need that love and understanding when we get home. No lie. And
nigga, you ain't lying for sure, because y'all have to not, when you come home, you have to be able to take off your armor and say, I'm able to lay down my armor, lay down my weapons. It may be right here to pick up whenever I need it, right? If something were to happen, but I should be able to relax in my own environment. And some cannot relax in their own environment. They have to know that, nigga, it's a go at all times. She ready to fight. They ready to fight.
They ready.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's a go, like if it's a fight at all times, then you guys are always on your toes and you're always ready for a fucking fight. When at some point in time, you should be able to calm down, relax. It doesn't have to be fight mode right now. And there's a lot of men who really don't have that, and it's up.
It does. Real quick, Michelle says, so these are the promoted characteristics that need to be spoke to your fellow brother, man. 50 and Q, it's on you. You feel me? No, real deal. I do feel you, and it's been on us for a long time because I know me for one. I've set the tone. I've set the tone for a lot, like people that not like set the tone, but I've been an example more so, and I've been a good example for a lot of people. You know, not just through my military career or being in the streets or whatever. Like I've been an example for a lot of people that I think they've used me as a model. You know what I'm saying? Because I do hold it down. I do take care of my business. I do take care of my family. I don't run. I don't know how to run. The only way I know how to run is forward. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that be my fault, but it's also my strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Because in always running forward, I've learned how to hit them hurdles like a champ. You know what I'm saying? I could see the pitfall while it's coming up, so I get up over that and I'm going. You know what I'm saying? It's who I am. But it's why she loved me too, though. But I've known for a while that we need to start speaking up. But that's why I'm on this platform. That's why we trying to use this platform to reach out. That's why we want y'all to share this. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to keep
but 1 or 2 people, that's not enough. So we needed the bigger platform, because if I'm only speaking to like 1 and 2 people and he's only speaking to like 1 and 2 people, and they don't even care to utilize the information that we give, we clearly need we need more students, Michelle. We need more students.
Exactly like Michelle said, but
not all students care to learn.
Too. He said, speaking these things to other men runs them off. A lot of fucking time it do. The reason why is so in the hood, we call niggas goofy, right?
Because they have to put in that work.
And niggas like me, they look at me like I'm weird sometimes because I've always been on such a higher vibration Like, I don't have that type of animosity and hate in me or jealousy or envy in me for nobody and nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jealous, envious, hateful, or uh, bitter against nothing and nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm very content and strong in who I am. And that's always, I think, rub people wrong, because where they think I'm being weird, I'm really being like all the way 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? I don't bend or fold or shake for nobody. I don't come around and start acting different because new people are around, or you know what I'm saying? None of that. I'm the same motherfucker. I'll pick you up off your feet and choke you by your neck, no matter who around. Just depends on what's going on, or I might be the one to help you with. Like it, I've always been me, and people don't like that in individuals like us. And when we start to talking this real shit, this progression shit, this elevation shit, this mind lifting shit, this work, this real work, because this shit actually is work. This shit ain't no game to be played. Niggas want to go around here just trying to stick their dick up in any and everything and thinking that's, oh man, I fucked this bitch the other day, da da da. And I'll be like, okay, well, when you gonna, I mean, all right, that's cool, but did you get, I mean, what's up with your money? Like, you getting your bread? Do you doing it? Like, but I don't ever hear about business. And when I start talking about business, when I start talking about us going in on business and making money and putting in and doing this and that, it become weird. You know what I'm saying? Niggas start joking too much. Niggas start clowning too much and start talking about everything else in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying?
Redirect
like
the conversation.
Said,
yeah,
they redirect the conversation. Like you said, speaking these things to other men runs them off. So there's only a select few that's coherent or receptive to the shit that's even being said. There's only certain ones that actually want to hear what's being said. But that's what this platform is for.
That's how you know they're a student. That's the only way you know they're a student. Once they become receptive, oh, I actually do want to learn about this. Oh, I actually do care to understand this new knowledge, because at that point, it's new knowledge to them. So once you bring new knowledge to people, you get to see if they're a student or not. And though they may be a student and want to learn, do you care to apply the knowledge that is being given? Those are still two separate people. So you might finally get the boom.
Go ahead. I keep it. I got the thought.
But you finally got to, like, you know, to separate. It's how do you say? It's like getting the weeds, right? You get all the weeds out your yard, because then they start to affect other things. I'm weeding out the weak.
Exactly.
The weak-minded, the weak-hearted. Because nigga, if you ain't got no heart, I promise you ain't gonna get too far in this motherfucker, because they want us to be weak. You're black.
Exactly.
They want you to be weak. And they definitely don't want you to be strong and then also have a strong partner. You're gonna do damage here.
So as a teacher, one thing I found is, because I realized a long time ago I was a teacher. I used to train troops in California for the military. I've always been a teacher in different ways. I've combatives, fighting, boxing. I've trained a lot of shit. But you have fake students. You understand? Okay, so you have individuals that will try to, once you teach them so much, they think they got it all, and then they want to run off, and then they think they're better than you, and they end up fucking up the relationship between y'all. I call them fake students. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have knowledge, you know what I'm saying? That like they fucking hire them up. You know what I'm saying? That was a Joshua and them boys situation right there. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is the ones that's gonna snake you. They come and get the information, think they have all the information, and then try to stab you in the back. You feel me? Like, you really don't have all the information though. So why you want to fuck me over or be of that heart or that mind? These are fake students, and you got to watch out for them type of motherfuckers, man. And because they'll fuck some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Talisha said, black people are scared to invest money because we weren't taught financial literacy. Show the fuck was it? Quincy says, there's men I'm close to that I can't have these conversations with. Fucks me up too. Now I have to distance myself. Bro, you know, that's why I rock solo. Come on, man. I'm busted, bro. Yeah, I rock solo for a reason, bro. I rock solo for a reason. And I fuck with those who I fuck with for a reason. Because these conversations whoop the hearts of weak men. Bottom line. I love everybody, but I'm of a different cloth, We are of a different cloth, a different breed. We different animals. We prehistoric type shit. You know what I'm saying? Michelle says, but you guys will be surprised at how many people you are truly impacting positively. Greatness is greatness, even if it is for one person. A lot of people watch you in silence. I can admit today I'm impacted by you both. Proud to know you exist, period. Hey, big ups. Thank you for that. Real deal. Yeah, we exist. Definitely. We here. We love being here.
Look, and I've been so quiet. It's time to share my voice, apparently, because he said I even have to share my face, y'all. He said I had to share my face too. I'd be like, dang, I like to just be doing what I do without people all in my business. All in my business. Don't get in my business.
Okay, real quick.
I don't like it, but I mean, I understand. Real quick.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was gonna give a backstory real quick on us in this podcast.
Go backstory.
Yeah, quick backstory. So, like, okay, most people know that the show was originally called Blunt Talk. The name was taken. My wife and I sat down, came up with a new name, Real Blunt. Like, we always real blunt. But blunt also stands for me. One day I was smoking and I was like, man, Black Love and Unity when I was rolling the blunt. And yeah, they too prideful. Real deal. Quincy also says thank you. But so it's twofold. BLUNT, Real Blunt, Black Love and Unity. But my wife isn't a camera person. She's not like she ain't never been that type. She likes to take pictures and stuff, but not really be speaking on camera and all of that. So it took a lot of her getting used to this before we could actually go live. It's been a long time in the making, and we've been practicing and trying to get her more comfortable and trying to
I don't want it in my face. I don't like it, y'all, but okay.
Right. She don't like the camera in her face like this, but I try to get her to, like I said, I'm a visionary and I see the future, and I know that this is how the platforms work these days. You know, before we used to watch talk shows, now you can basically have your own little mini talk show. And I see it. And again, we talk amongst ourselves a lot, but we know the information that we carry and the words, the things that we have to talk about are important topics and subjects to our community, really to the world. But we're more concerned with our Black community because this is where it starts at. We've been intentionally divided, impacted negatively, and set behind. So we have to be intentional about our progress, our future, and our success. There is no other way around it. Everything has to be intentional. Those like-minded individuals have to link up, and we got to do something about it. This is the start of it, and I hope y'all keep fucking with it. It's real shit. We need y'all to share this shit out. Make sure y'all tune in every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, like Saturday morning cartoons around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I love my wife, and I knew she had that personality to actually, do this shit. And I am a little persistent and aggressive in getting people to do things.
A little. Oh, that's cute.
So we did butt heads. We did butt heads a bit in getting established. But we're here and we ain't going nowhere. We rocking with y'all. If y'all rocking with us, well, if whoever rocking with us, we rocking with y'all, but we rocking period point blank. This is real blunt, you know what I'm saying? But we love our Black community. We love our Black families, and we always want to try and, whether it's good or bad, indifferent, ugly, whether it pulls the motherfucking skin off you because the topic is so harsh, we gonna talk about it. Again, if y'all want to,
most of it feels harsh because nigga, you ain't never heard it. So if you ain't never heard it, you're gonna be like, "Ooh, damn, they said it." So yeah, we said it's so real, and that's a lot of everyone's problem with us is that we say things very real, and it's really not even meant to hurt anyone's feelings. That's the reality. This is my reality. And if you can't accept my reality, if it's so harsh to hear my reality, then it's fine. You don't have to hear my reality. It's okay.
You don't need to be around. Like, get the fuck on, go live your little delusional
reality
ass
is
life.
Harsh, especially being a nigga. We have a harsh reality. Most of us, it
Because
starts from the womb, right? Our harsh reality started from the womb, nigga.
right.
So if that's what's your reality, then you gonna be a harsh motherfucker. You're gonna be a hard pill to swallow. So if that's
Hold on, I
your
got a
thing,
baby at the
you're gonna
door.
find your people. You're gonna find your people, but it might be a little hard for us sometimes. It might take a little longer for some, because I know for me it just took a little longer. So that's why I started just researching, because if it's gonna take this long, and if I feel like I didn't have the people to teach me the things I really needed to know, I said, well, I gotta go start researching. I gotta go start doing this so that I can still have this knowledge. Because no matter what, life still goes. It ain't never gonna stop. Like, you could wish, you could hope and pray, nigga, that there was a pause button to slow down. Can we slow this bitch down? No, there's none of that. So if there's none of that, how can we still make sure we good through this motherfucker? And if you have a relationship, nigga, your relationship should be good. Stop, reevaluate. Look at all your relationships. Say, is this person good for me? And am I good for them? Start there. Let's start there, because
we evaluated the fuck out of us.
Yeah, you know, I analyzed. So talk about, whew. He was like, she get on my nerves. And I was like, I bet I do get on your nerves, because I mean, you like it. No, I analyzed like a motherfucker. That didn't help him when I met him, because again, I was new. That was new. That was foreign. And it was just like, damn, she really does the most. And I was like, I do, because I feel like people don't do enough. And so I feel like my doing the most is because people don't do enough. And that's the same for you, babe. Like, you're doing the most is, you're like, what are you talking about? I'm making sure shit happens. Look, we be like this. I don't get other people, because they look at us and they're like, I don't get you. And we're like, okay. All right, then. Well, I'm going to keep doing these things you don't understand over here. Exactly. You keep doing the stuff I don't understand over there, because no, we have different goals, clearly. And yeah, I ain't with it. I'm with black love for sure. Like, I'm black. No matter who I decided to have children with, they were gonna be black. We need black love. We need it. And why don't we have it? Question yourself, nigga.
Us. Everybody wants to hate us. Everybody think it's cool to hate us. It is not, because everybody wants to be that aspect.
Us. Why don't you have it? You have to start to question, why don't you have it? Because fuck the world. Didn't I say all the stuff about these TVs, right? Yeah, years ago, cut everything off, right? Because they still have their hidden ways, their hidden messages of showing that they don't want black love. So why don't you have it? Why haven't you started in your house? Why don't you teach it? Why don't you tell it? Why don't you show it? Exactly. And then another thing, when it's given, why don't you receive it?
Michelle says, is more followers in the present society than leaders. Be patient with your audience, build up, stay diligent. Oh, most definitely. You know it.
Yeah.
This isn't, and to be honest, this ain't us doing this platform, creating this platform is really about getting this information out and connecting with our people. I'm a introverted introvert. Like, I'd rather just be to myself, but get it, communicate with people in as little as possible. But I want to get the big job done. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm extroverted in that way. Like, I want to work with people to get the job done. I don't want to just kick it with everybody. So in building this, it's not about like I would love us to grow to hella followers, but this is really who gonna rock with us and understand what we're talking about. Who's really of that conscious mind and who's gonna be collaborators. Yeah, we want collaborators around. We want people that's gonna come with different perceptions and different mentalities. Hate what they can't control.
Your different perception can give me a different solution.
Right. We want this to be a platform where we can actually, again, that's why I said, if anybody want to come on with us and sit here and dialogue with us, hey, come on. We jumping on live 10 o'clock Saturday mornings and we dialoguing. We having these conversations. We putting these thoughts and perceptions out there so that we can manifest and plant good seeds and manifest a great harvest. You know what I'm saying? We want the best coming out the future because when I'm at a point where I don't want to work no more and I want to be able to sit back, I want to know that the generations got this. You know what I'm saying? Our generation can hold it down for us and ain't caught up in this, still caught up in this society of just get money and fuck everybody and everything.
Fucking bullshit and all the bullshit. Don't get caught up in the bullshit because that's the easy stuff to get caught up in. That's why people don't want to do the work, right? Because they see all the easy stuff, the fun. Ooh, that looks nice and shiny right now. Let me go try it out. Okay, well, was that good for you? Look, ask yourself 2 seconds after you finish whatever thing you just thought was fun. Is it good for you? And you're going to be like, oh, well, it was fun 2 seconds ago. Well, all right. That's not good for longevity. Okay, so your mind has to change. Right? That's what you're going to, I promise you.
That's what you're going to show your kids is to go have fun.
That's what the world is trying to show.
Stop chasing instant gratification. Stop chasing the instant gratification. Success isn't built overnight. Do you understand? Success is the result of hard work, determination, sleepless nights, fucking endless traumas and stresses. Like you will chasing success and your dream to build better, be better, establish better is always going to bring some level of stress. If you think it's not, you're fucking fool. You're delusional. Yeah. If you think it's not, I don't give a fuck how rich you are, how much money these motherfuckers got. A lot of them is stressed the fuck out. Do you understand me? Because they have bigger ambitions, and the ones that don't, they spend frivolously, they fuck off, and then they end up in all kind of fuck situations. You understand me? They not of a higher mind thinking, and they don't use their resources very well. But when you actually of that mind and you like, man, I got to get this done constantly, regardless of how many goals you accomplish, regardless of how much you establish, there's always more that needs to be done. When you got that type of mind, there's always a certain level of stress that's applied to you and you apply it to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You know, I've been rocking with y'all from day one, Cat. On that Quincy, on that King Jones, on that you know what I'm saying? Whichever day we go on that podcast, man. Fucking with y'all, man. I see black people, my black family trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? And if I could support y'all, I'm gonna support y'all. You know what I'm saying? My cousins out here that be doing the food cooking and stuff, I try and support them too. Help them do what they gotta do. They call on me when they call on me, and I'm there. Boom, bang, pow. Shit, y'all go up every Tuesday, Thursday. If y'all don't know, the PHULL Full Cup Podcast. Hey, tap in with them, man. They live Tuesdays, Thursdays. 7 on the West. But, you know, I fuck with y'all, real deal, because I see y'all establishing. I see y'all building. I know what y'all been through, where y'all at, where y'all going. Well, I can only hope where y'all going, you know what I'm saying? We don't really have those in-depth conversations, but I know where your heart is, so I have an idea of where you're going, you know what I'm saying? So I tap in, I fuck with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish I try and like all my folks' posts. I try and make sure I like everybody's shit. That way they get some kind of response. I need to get I need to get better with commenting, you know, and supporting my people with comments, because that does count and it does help them grow as a content creator. And we got to realize in this today's society that stuff matters for those who are actually creating content. So we got to engage and know that we doing this consciously to help them grow. It ain't no hate, it ain't no shade, it ain't none of that. I know where I need to improve in those areas though, in order to help my people do what they got to do. But I try my best. I ain't gonna lie. My Irish coffee over here. Oh man, I got the hazelnut cream, the black coffee with the vodka in it. With the vodka in it, you know. But we really love our people. We really love our people, and we want everybody to succeed. So we want to be able to talk to everybody, which is why we're here. Which is why we coming to you Saturday, like, hey, like the cartoons, man. This is cartoons. Let's have fun, laugh, and talk that shit. Smoke what you smoking, drink what you drinking, and do what you doing. Oh, that shit, laugh.
What you
Yeah. This is this is very important because again, we keep being intentionally set behind. We're intentionally as a race, as
We
a
are back.
people, as a whole. Okay, as a whole, we're impacted intentionally, and across the nation, black families have the highest uh split family rate. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't actively combat it, if we don't consciously think about it and start fixing it, and that again is what we teach our children, how we teach our children, using us as the examples. We have to use us as examples and stop being scared to use yourself as an example with your children because of your embarrassment. Like, it's okay to be embarrassed about your fuck ups, your situation. It's okay to have these certain emotions because you're fucking human. You know what I'm saying? You're not a goddamn robot and you're not fucking perfect. So stop trying to appear perfect in front of your children and let them see that you do sweat. Let them see that you have been broken, flawed, scarred, man, and let them know what the fuck you've been through so they can learn how to make a fucking conscious decision and know that, hey, everything ain't all fucking peaches and creams and fucking unicorn farts, motherfucker. Like, quit being so fucking egotistic. Like, that shit is stupid, bro. Once we start doing that and we start breaking down these bravado barriers, we can actually talk to our kids with an open heart and mind and get them to say and see, yo, dang, I didn't know mom or pops was going through that. I didn't know that all that happened and that this was what was being dealt with. Let me make a better decision than that. You know what I'm saying? Being transparent with your children will allow them to have information they wouldn't be privy to any other way. That way they can make a better decision.
I
And
got it.
this isn't, huh? Oh, the natives is
The
restless,
kids.
y'all.
The kids.
The kids is restless. Okay.
I'm here, but
um,
my bad.
no, you good. You good. We got to make sure we put your picture up there so that when you do turn your camera off, your picture pop up there. It's good though. But we got to make sure that we are transparent with our children, and that's a great way to teach your kids. You know, to show them, hey, people fuck up, even your mama and daddy, but it's how you address that fuck up afterwards. Are you gonna run from it, try to use scapegoats? Are you going to take responsibility for it, stand up and actually take your licks? A lot of people problem be they don't want to take their hits, they don't want to get their whooping for what they did. And I don't care, God gonna punish you. The universe gonna punish you, karma is gonna punish you. Take your licks. Learn how to take your licks and be transparent about it and communicate with your kids. Hey, this is how I fucked up. This is what I did do right. So this is how I want you to, you know. Michelle says, yes, I tell my kids all my struggles, past and present. People have always told me I talk too much, but I have never been embarrassed because I know I am not the only one. Exactly, Michelle. If people became more
Yeah.
transparent, it would allow our children to be able to go out and make better decisions and
Yeah, way better
navigate
decisions
this
because they
world.
actually have an
Yeah,
example of definitely what not to do. Look, at least don't do that shit. You might find a different road, right? But I at least
right,
have something that did not work. So if we have that example of what did work, for sure, share that too. But don't be afraid to say, hey, I messed up. I'm a human. Because that's what I make sure I say to my kids. Aren't we all human? We all make mistakes. So we can say, I messed up. It's what you do after that mess up. What did you
right.
do then? How did you change it? How did you fix it for the next time you tried that? Whatever.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what happens when parents aren't transparent and they put on that front like I'm perfect and nothing's wrong and I've never done, like when you put that type of show on for your kid, you set a unreachable bar for your child that then creates a psyche in their mind that they might not ever be good enough or live up to their parents' expectations. And it's gonna
Right.
fuck that child up because what they see is my parent is flawless. They see that my parent is incapable of mistake, has never made a mistake, and if I fuck up even in the slightest, they're probably going to feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Don't do that to your kids. You know what I'm saying? I teach my kids that my success and their I teach my kids that the success I've reached in their livelihood, like the way we live, why we live, is a result of my planning, my determination, and my foresight on the future. And me, I knew I would have kids. I wanted kids. I knew I would have responsibilities, and I had to be able to make X, Y, and Z type of money to be able to take care of all of that. I don't want to be an absentee father like my father was, like I've seen so many other fathers. So I'm gonna have to set this type of tempo in my own life, in my stride, when I'm moving through this world. And I did that. And I teach my kids that. I don't teach them that, hey, I'm flawless and this, that, and the third. My kids done been in, my house has been raided by the police. You know what I'm saying? And my kids have been there. Everything has always been okay. Never went to jail for it. Was always some bullshit. But I tell my kids everything. I show them everything. From the good, the bad, the street, the politics, the white collar, the blue collar. I teach them everything that I can. And I don't hide nothing where I fuck up. Yo, this is how your daddy fucked up, man. Look. And they be like, dang, that's crazy, Dad. And I'll be like, I just want you to know, I'm not telling you these stories to glorify my past. I'm telling you these stories so you understand that I fucked up. And though I may have this type of lifestyle now, I could have been better off if I had made different decisions. So I want you to see that this decision wasn't smart for me. This decision was make these types of decisions and chase this. I try to really show them, hey, look, your dad's not perfect. I have an image. I have people look at me a certain way because of my past. This is my past. And here's the information. Make your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get of age, you're going to have to make some fucking decisions.
They start coming quick too. So if you ain't ready, then you're going to make some real crazy decisions. That's the other thing. And better knowledge, better decisions. So that's the whole thing.
I'm a nut. My wife is a nut.
Yeah, maybe. Like maybe I might be called Crazy J Poo for something. I don't know. Maybe.
I already know it, and I love it. But it's what we got to teach our children, and how we have to. I think a good way to break this cycle of one, low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. If they see their parents vulnerable and they see their parents are flawed, because everyone's fucking flawed.
Yeah.
Because liars are the problem for real on every level. Motherfucker.
They realize. I think they be believing they bullshit too. Some of them, they believe their own shit. You be looking at them like, you believe this? Okay, that's crazy. I can't handle it. I've seen that, and nah. You gotta go.
Nah, you gotta go with that. But if we don't start to say, hey, look, this is who I am. This is how we living like we living. I want you to make better decisions. I'm trying to help you fashion a better life. We got to consciously help our children fashion a better life. Parents need to stop trying to be in competition with their children. Stop putting that mentality on your child to where they go out there and start doing all kind of reckless shit because they chasing the wrong ethics and morals. Because your bravado, your ego, your past has made you disdained or bitter or whatever has made you, and now you putting off this image to your child that's fucking them up. Nah, let's be real with our children. Let's keep our children very informed. Let's stop hiding shit from our children because the world is going to show them. It's going to expose them to it. Let's go ahead and be honest with them. Like, this is the world, baby. Like, if you out there fucking, you having babies, like, them your babies. Whether you in a split household, whether you in a together household, them your babies. You got to teach them. This world ain't just about you and your greedy ass self. You know what I'm saying? This world is about your offspring and us making the generations better for the future. And so on and so on and so on, and it continuing. We get what we get out of, we get out of life what we put into it. So if you don't put the best shit in it, that's gonna be on you. Quincy says we need to eliminate the competition aspect between our people, and that's what we hoping to do, or hoping to help assist in, because that's a big part of the separation. And the fact that, go ahead.
It's tiring to see, right? Because you feel like, oh, some people be like, oh, well, they used to march and they used to this and they used to that. Like, we have not come too far, right? When it comes to slavery, and now to as far as togetherness, like it's still the largest wedge in between everybody, and it doesn't fucking make sense. So how do we get this wedge out of here? How do we come together, collaborate these motherfucking minds, and get better fucking results? We're not getting good results by ourselves, nigga. We're getting decent results. Tanya, that's what we're getting.
Tanya Chamberlain, thank you for tapping in with us.
Definitely not getting the best. So cool.
Make
we're
sure
getting
you share
decent
this, hit them likes and all the whole extra. Go ahead, babe. I hear you.
Oh, I'm gonna shout out the comment. Thank you. Hey, thanks for tapping in. I'm not just cutting you off. Thank you.
Oh no, my bad.
But it's the real thing. Like, we have to collaborate, and it's fucking sickening that crabs in a barrel shit. We gotta fucking get rid of it in all ways, shapes, and forms. Come together.
Rebuilding the Black family, right there on the banner. You see it. Yes, but if we don't accept responsibility, take action, and make the changes consciously, understand that, hey, I put the mirror close to yourself. I might be part of the fucking problem. You understand me? Like, think about it. Stop saying no, it's everybody else and this, that, and the third. Yes, there is always, it takes two to tango, sometimes 3, 4, 5, but understand that you in there somewhere. You in that motherfucking mix. You feel me? Thank you for sharing. If you don't take responsibility of it and say, man, I am part of this motherfucking problem. I did. Nigga, you act like it's ghost shoes out there dancing or something. You sitting on the side.
I did say that shit. Yeah.
Right.
Nigga, you was there too. Yeah.
No, nigga, you was in them shoes. You was in them motherfucking shoes. Michelle says that these clowns don't even realize how rewarding it is to be the parent that takes the shit so seriously. It is everything. Hey, I'm telling you what. It is. Yeah, I take this shit so serious, right? I didn't just put my kids on a sports team. I created a sports team. Do you understand me? I did not like the way that they were, the organization I did take my kids to was being ran. I'm not going to give no names, but those who know. And when I spend my money with you, I'm going to go spend Black first. I'm going to look for the Black organizations, the Black businesses, the Black store owners. I'm going to look for them to spend my money with before I go spend anywhere. Because again, the Black dollar leaves the community way too quick. But if you're not doing right by your business as a Black business owner, it's going to piss me off. And essentially that's what happened. This individual wasn't running the program right that I put my kids into. And I said, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and start this nonprofit organization. And I'm going to build a team for the youth in this community. And I'm going to charge the lowest that I could possibly fucking can to make sure we cover equipment costs and field costs and everything else. And I'm going to donate the rest. My wife wasn't too happy with it at first, but she got on board. And once we got to doing it, people loved it, enjoyed it. But more so, my kids actually enjoyed it. And they got to be a part of an organization that one
Jaguars.
Jaguars, but one they daddy built with the help of some key people that were really they helped do the damn thing. Again, I ain't putting no names, but they were on their own team. You know what I'm saying? And they were able to go out there and be a part of a good organization. You know what I'm saying? They weren't on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not involved. Like I'll go put my money up for this shit to make sure my kids is in the best that I think should be out there. You know what I'm saying? I think people should be that serious about the upbringing of their children. We need to be more involved and more conscious about the direction of our fucking family so that we making sure we go in the right goddamn direction. You know what I'm saying? People out here, they want to fuck, they want to fuck, they want to fuck. Cool. Sex is good. The making the money is great. The spark of new relationships is always energetic, right? Cool. That's great. That's awesome and everything. But what about the life building process that we're supposed to be engaged in through life right now? Are you engaged in the life building process in your own fucking life? That if you're not, that just don't even make fucking sense to me. That's kind of just asinine. That's real fucking stupid. That's real lazy. You lazy in your own life, dummy. Stop being lazy in your own fucking life.
Hey, that's that fantasy shit though. With this social media new age, right? Because people be saying like these new age kids, right? They fucking different. They don't necessarily live in reality. A good portion of them, and depending on the parent, how soon you start the damn devices, man,
Right.
it be fucking with their reality. And it's like you have to be aware of all of this. And if you're not aware of it, you are a fucking part of the problem. It is what it. We don't know until we know, nigga. So until you know, you don't even know how to change nothing. Right? So what the fuck is really going on out here? Because if you're in a fantasy world and then your children are in their own little fantasy world, right?
Nobody's
Once
in
you go
reality.
out, look, once you go out and have to deal with reality, you notice them motherfuckers, right? Don't you see them? You think like this is just a real life situation, and they be flipping out, and they can't comprehend what's going on. They don't understand, right? They just literally don't
Right.
understand because you haven't been taught shit. There's some we thought we wasn't given certain things, right? Give these motherfuckers a device in whatever way you give them a device, and let them learn however they learn, and see what they come back with.
Right.
Go ahead.
They
I'm
gonna
gonna
come
watch.
back
I'm
with
gonna
a lot
watch.
of
You tell me
bullshit.
with the feedback. You tell me what happened. Do it for a fucking week. See how different your children act. They act different.
Yeah.
Take that shit away. Are you the teacher, or is society their teacher?
We gotta
Pay
become
attention,
the
y'all.
teachers.
Pay
And
attention.
if
It's
you
supposed
are
to
in
be us
that,
first.
if you in that teacher role, you gotta take it serious, man. You can't let nobody look. I cut people all the way off. We cut people all the way off that don't take this shit serious and that try to get in our way or even look at us like we weird because we take this shit serious. I'm not no religious motherfucker. I don't go get on my bending knee in church and all that extra shit. I don't believe in that. I believe we're put in that condition because they don't want us looking up at the sun, but we'll get into that on another topic. But I'm the type of individual that's gonna say, hey, this is what I stand on right here. This is my family. This is what I'm building. This is what I'm doing in life. This is who I'm doing it with. And this is our philosophy in life. This is our concepts. These are our goals. These are our ambitions. If you're not of the same mind, if you're not of the same heart, hey, I wish you luck with your life, but you're not going to negatively interfere with mine. And if you think you are, you will meet the beast that stays like a half an inch off the surface, motherfucker. I promise you, with me, he a half an inch off the fucking surface, nigga. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You only get a couple. You only get a couple, I promise. But this is my life, and you're not gonna fuck it up. People allow people to put perceptions on them to make them say, hey, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that because X, Y, and Z think this way about me, or they gonna feel this way about me. Yeah, you a bitch. You a bitch. Let's keep it fucking real. You're a bitch and you scared to live your life. Take responsibility for your children and teach them yourself.
That's a
Don't
lot
let-
of influences, though. You
Yeah,
can say they're a bitch, but are you allowing other things to influence your decision making? Because if it's religion or if it's whatever other thing, it's religion, upbringing,
But-
relationships, and there's a couple other aspects that go into our decision making. So what are you allowing to influence that decision making? Because if you're not really with this whole family building shit, calm down. If you're not with this whole family building shit, you're not gonna be making the right decisions.
No,
I love what?
I'm sorry, but that's why I call him a bitch. Because nigga, like you allowing everything else to influence your decisions.
I definitely
nigga,
hear
like,
you.
I know. I'm just clear. Like I gotta clarify that. Like that's why I'm saying y'all. You like, bruh. Do you understand that this is your life, and that if you rearing children, if you breeding children, you having children, if you leaving your seed or you incubating and you creating life, you got a whole ass life to motherfucking live, nigga. You got some shit to do. And how much are you gonna let the outside? How much are you gonna let the outside influences affect you or influence you into the shit you do and the way you live? I'm not doing it, bro, and I'm not gonna have them type of people weighing on me. I'm sorry.
You're not getting your desired results. Things have to change. Something somewhere needs to change, and that's where you as the person have to reevaluate whatever, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your job, whatever the fuck that thing is. You need to reevaluate why am I not getting the things I want to see? What do you want to see in your life? Do you want to see anything in your life? Get that shit. You want it? Get that shit. You think of it, do it. Right? But make sure it's in the best way so that you can get the results that you fucking want.
This is our fucking life, man. Our babies are important. They obviously don't want us having babies. They don't want us creating families. They don't want the black
especially big families. They really don't want us to have big families. It's bad.
I know. So if we gonna create these families, why the fuck we ain't gonna maintain them? You know what I'm saying? Why we not gonna actively nurture these families?
Because that's that work part. It's all good and fucking fun until somebody has to do some work. Oh, so you can only that's you. People gotta be smarter about these having kids shit, because you chose to have a child or multiple children with this person, and now you want to be mad about how to. I promise you, they was doing that shit. But all right, I'm crazy though. I'm the crazy one when I say I saw this shit and I did not understand many people and their decision making, because I'm like, huh? You know you don't fuck with them like that. How you know you don't fuck with them like that? And now you intertwine yourself way deeper. And then, oh shit. Okay, well, oh shit then. I guess we're at the oh shit moment. Did the light turn on? Did you finally make the thing click? It finally connected to the dot connected, nigga. Finally, right? 20 years down the line. Nigga, no. Look, 3 years down the line, I promise you 6 months. I got a hot 3 to 6 months. It's gonna tell me a lot about a person.
Yeah,
longevity.
If you're looking,
if you're actively receptive, right? If you paying attention, nigga, you gonna see some shit.
Saying, this is crazy because I don't think people actually look at it and see that they really affecting their children and influencing them to make certain decisions to say, look, I'm not going to engage in these certain things. I'm not going to have a family. You know what I'm saying? They I don't want a family. We got to stop that because we're putting out the wrong perceptions and we're putting out the wrong images. I try to put on the best for our family. I try to put on the best for the people around us and build the best life I can for our future generations. I really have a mindset to leave businesses and property and generational wealth and everything I can, you know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed to have a wife like that. And we want more people to develop that mindset because it's what's needed to heal the Black families. We've been taught that we can go get government assistance and we don't need each other and we can live life that way and that'll be the norm. And that's not reality, bro. That's a hindrance to us always, and it's always going to put us behind and it's always going to separate us. And that's what it was designed for. We got to get off that bullshit. If we don't get off that bullshit, then it's going to continue, and the breakdown of the black families is going to continue to snowball, man. Like, we got to stop this shit. So
Like it has, no one cares. Not enough people, excuse me. Not enough people care. Can't say no one, because obviously we and the people who are here right now give a fuck. But if it's not enough people, or they don't know how to go about it, maybe, right? Because it's new to them. So if they don't know how to go about it, like, we have to start having these types of conversations. Why are we not talking about this shit on a bigger platform in a larger way? Because it doesn't make sense for people to not know this still in 2024. We still don't have black love.
Right.
What? Okay, right now?
So like, with the black love, we see it in pockets, right?
Yeah.
There's pockets all over the place, and some are bigger than the other, but they need to connect. You know what I'm saying? And stop being pockets and become an actual bubble, like really become. You know what I'm saying? It's great that they exist, but I think it's a lot of there. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done. It's just like, I don't think everybody is up for the work. I don't think everybody wants to acknowledge that there is so much work to be done, and they're more concerned with self. They're more concerned with self, you know, than the actual existence and right shit for our people. You know, the good shit. They chasing the money and the fame, the glitter and the glam, and it's a sad thing. Or the fun. Or the fun.
New and shiny right now. Like the world is taught consumerism right now. So with all the new and shiny, everyone just wants to spend whatever funds they do got. They just gonna go spend it on the new and shiny. Yeah, okay. So are you just a consumer? Because that goes right along with someone else's agenda, not ours. That's not for us.
It's been just over 2 hours. I did not realize. I'm sitting here having fun with y'all. And this Irish coffee got me feeling great over here. My kids are in the background. We would love to continue this conversation. But we always going to be here with y'all every Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. We want y'all to tap in with us. I know this is too early for some, but we here and we having fun. We got to get back to the family. I hope we want to spark these conversations and open everybody's minds, hearts, ears, and hope that everybody can start to see what needs to be done and doing what needs to be done. Actively take part in it. Actively become.
You know, it starts in the home. So start ASAP. Start yesterday.
Right. Let's actually get engaged with our life building. Let's look at each other and say, I see you, I accept you. Let's stop trying to change everybody to be who the fuck we want them to be, and help them be who they are. You know what I mean? What you want to leave with, baby?
What I want to leave? Actively try to make sure that we're in the best mindset possible, you and your children. So since all of our children are different, they need different things. Be prepared to really learn new things when something doesn't work for your kids. That's what I want to leave with.
This is Real Blunt. We've been real. We've been blunt. Black love and unity always, baby. Thank everybody for tapping in. Make sure y'all share this. All the music in the background is yours truly, 50 Capone. Make sure y'all go spin that up. We're going to lead this with y'all. Make sure y'all slap this. I hope y'all enjoy it. Yes, kids want their time with you guys. I appreciate you both. No doubt. We appreciate you guys as well. Again, this is Real Blunt. We keep it real. We keep it blunt. We keep it black love and unity. 50 Capone.
Guys.
Hey.